All right, today I just hit All-Star status on Turo. Put it up right there. And, I've been doing Turo for about 4 years now. 2.5 years in succession, about 2 years straight. And I'm just now getting All-Star host for the first time. One thing that was really holding me back, reason I haven't been able to beat Turo host thus far, is because of my cancellation rate. So you have to be below a 3% cancellation rate. So whenever I canceled my first trip, I had to have 33 trips to even get back down to 3%. And then second trip, I had to be at 66 trips, and it's kind of difficult to recover from a missed trip when you only have one car. But when you have, I've got 4 active cars in the fleet, so it's a little bit easier now, because if one of my cars has an issue that pops up right before the trip, I can transfer the trip to one of my other cars. But whenever you have a one car, it's hard to recover from a cancellation rate. 1, because you're not receiving as many trips. 2, because whenever you have a failure on one of your cars, which is bound to happen, it's hard to have a recovery method without it hitting your metrics. One other thing that really was a struggle for me on my way to becoming a All-Star host is I had one trip it was a emergency. Turo had called me and said it was emergency cancellation from another host. Asked me if I want to pick it up. I said yes. Picked up the trip. Guest come and pick it up from my house, and then the guest had requested to do an airport pickup for the end of their trip, and it was a $50 airport pickup fee, and my airport pickup is $100. So I called Turo support. I declined the request. Called Turo support. I said my airport delivery fee is $100. I'm only getting $50, so I wouldn't want to accept this. And they said, but you're only picking up instead of picking up and dropping off. And at the time, I said, well, if my airport delivery is $100, I should receive the full $100. I didn't elect to have a partial airport delivery. This is an accommodation y'all had made and called me to do it, and this is what I charged. And then they said, okay, just accept the $50 pickup and we'll credit the other $50. And I said, can you put it in writing? And they said they couldn't. So I declined the pickup request, and then that really ticked off the guest, and the guest had left me a really bad review, like a 1 star in every different category, even though my Benz was in pretty good shape. Hindsight being 2020, this is a mistake I would learn from, and just go ahead and make that. Align with that request. It would have made my review sheet look a lot better. Guess definitely would have left me a 5 had I just made the accommodation, but they left a 1 because I didn't. So that's that. The requirements to be a All-Star Tour host is cancellation rate below 3%, 5-star rating above 85%, maintenance rate above 80%, cleanliness rate above 80%, and then you have to have at least 20 completed trips. So after every trip, the guest will receive a survey, and if they give you 5 stars, that counts positively for your bucket. If they give you anything but a 5, that's going to detract. The benefits of being an All-Star host is when a guest or a future customer is searching for a car on the Turo platform, will be higher towards the top of the list. And then there are some guests that only want to do trips with All-Star hosts. So those are the benefits. I expect to see more bookings, and I'll give updates on that. Advice for new hosts trying to become All-Star hosts is to make sure you stay on top of your pickup and drop-off times. Make sure you're always ready to accommodate your settings that you have set. You know, if you know you have to be at work for 8 hours a day and you didn't leave the car ready to go for the next trip, make sure you don't have 1 hour pickup, because you'll have to leave work, run home, get the car ready, and you be on a rush, won't be peak quality for the customer, and you could disturb your work relations from past experience. I can speak on that. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you gained something from it. Anything else you'd like to see Turo related, leave in my comment section. I'll make sure I check it out. Thank you so much.